surprised we
Okay,
didn't die from that.
I am officially live as of right now. I am officially live as of right now. I am officially live as of right now. I am doing a little review of my... It's not really a review. It's more of a overview. Yeah, it's like an overview of my experience with the Build Redux PC, the pre-builder, or the, not an OEM, it's a pre-built system manufacturer, so I don't know what you would call that. But yeah, so a long time ago, in the year of 2022, doesn't seem that far away, but it feels like forever ago because it's going by fast, but it's also going by slow. But if we take a little journey all the way to 1 year ago when I uploaded this, I had a lot of people asking me questions about all that stuff. Yeah, I'm sorry if this is you. I didn't mean to respond so late, but I responded nonetheless. I always try to respond, ignore those. But yeah, as far as I can tell, this is a video that's going to keep getting views because people, I mean, I didn't really know that people were going to watch this video, but I actually got 3 subscribers from it. People want to know how good this PC is, and they want to know my experiences with it. I also get a lot of impressions. Most of it's through YouTube search, which the reason why it's coming up through YouTube search is Build Redux, review 2022, and all that stuff. So it's, and 20% of these impressions are from YouTube recommending it themselves. And I know I'm on Twitch, and I'm not, I know I'm on Twitch live streaming this, but this is just so people know that I'm trying to be as real as possible. I'm actually live streaming with the PC that I bought. It has been upgraded multiple times, and I'll get into that in a minute. But just so, well, I'm not going to show you the email, but I will show you the PC. How do I show you the PC? I guess I could move the camera. I will take a picture of the little logo. Yeah, I'll take a picture of the logo, and you'll know it's the, not a video. Well, as you can see, I'm not fully prepared because really, I'm just trying to get this video out to people, let people know what my experiences are. But I just took this picture. I still have the Redux PC. It works perfectly fine. But since my last video, I believe in my last video I spoke about the upgrades I put in it, which was a 980 Pro SSD. I changed the SSD completely because the SSD they had in there didn't take advantage of everything the PC could do. I upgraded the CPU from the 3700X to the 5800X, both Ryzen, obviously, if you didn't know. And I think I also changed out the RAM, but the computer is pretty much completely different now. Same case, same power supply, and same water cooler. Those are the 3 things I've kept this entire time. If I go over to, I'll share this with you, that way you can see. Right now, with how my PC is spec'd out, this is how much it would cost. It would cost $2,700. I probably spent more than that, actually building this. Actually, I didn't spend more than that because I actually get money back from the stuff that I replaced. But if I was to build the system right now with the parts that are listed here, I can guarantee you I can actually get better prices. Because $199 for 32 gigs of DDR5 RAM, it's not a good deal. Because on Amazon you can get 64 gigabytes of 6000 megahertz RAM at CL30. That's a lot. I would assume that's a lot better than this because this is $199 and this is for $224. Now you can step it down and save even more money. You can go for the 32 gig kit, which I think is like 150, maybe 170. A lot better priced than what Redux is putting here. The 4 terabyte NVMe M.2, $400. That is super steep. It doesn't say if it's PCI Gen 5, probably Gen 4, but you can go on Amazon and you can get the 990 Pro, which is one of the fastest SSDs. That's what I have right now. As you can see, I purchased it. This is one of the fastest SSDs, Gen 4 wise, that you can get, and I wouldn't recommend getting a Gen 5 one because of price, and computers right now just don't support it. But you can get two 2 terabyte ones. Buy them used because it comes from Amazon Warehouse. Make sure it says Amazon Warehouse and Amazon. If it doesn't work, you can return it. But you can get it for less than $300. Less than $300, and they're trying to charge you $400. That's insane to me. Also, I'm running the Cooler Master Liquid ML240. I'm running the 240 with my CPU that I have right now, and it runs perfectly fine. I am live streaming right now, and it runs perfectly fine. Yes, my current CPU is the 7950X. I also upgraded my motherboard, but my motherboard is actually a different motherboard, and I'll show you this. The motherboard they have is 230. The one I bought is a little bit more robust. It's 300. And it's actually cheaper than when I bought it. Or actually, no, I bought this used. Yeah, I bought it used. $240 for the used version. A little bit more, but you get way better features from what I can see. More robust VRM cooling, PCI Gen 5 cooler on your SSD, reinforced PCIe Gen 5 slot, and you also have more cooling and all that stuff. It's a lot better than this one. I looked it up. It's not bad by any means, but I had an MSI 370 X370A Pro motherboard and I didn't like it too much. But I'm sure it's fine, but I like the new motherboard that I got because of the features it has. It just feels way better built. And it has RGB, but not everyone wants RGB, and not really myself either, but take your losses and wins when you can. Then they give you an 850 watt ATX 80 plus gold. I didn't replace my power supply because it's just fine. I'm pretty sure it's probably the same one I have in my system right now, and it's just fine. The Cooler Master case, just fine. It's literally just a normal Cooler Master case that they just removed the Cooler Master and replace it with a little R, which I don't really mind them doing, to be honest. They have to do their branding somehow. The biggest issue I have with this is the 4070 for $669. They are charging you $69 over MSRP. I bought my graphics card for exactly, let's see, Oh wait, actually, before I get into that, let me show you the CPU. They are charging you $600 for the CPU. You can buy used for 520. I actually got my CPU for a lot cheaper. I got it for, I think, 450 bucks on Black Friday or some kind of deal thing. I got it pretty cheap. I got really lucky. But you can get it almost $100 off. So yeah, back to the GPU, $70 over MSRP. I don't blame them for charging $40 over MSRP, because if you go and look at RTX 4070s right now, and yes, I'm using Amazon, you can get cheaper ones off of Newegg and AliExpress and all those other websites, but you can literally see a 4070 right here for $600 even. And I'm actually kind of upset about this because when I first bought my Redux PC, I got the 3070 and they charged me $655, which was $55 over MSRP. Well, it was $50 over MSRP because of the Chinese tariffs that they introduced right around the 30 series. Originally it was going to be 500, but then they added a $100 import fee. But anyways, I got my 4070 cheaper than I got my 4070 cheaper than my 3070. But on Build Redux, you're paying more for the 4070 than even the 3070. And I remember there was a time where they were charging ridiculous prices. Like, let's see this. $1,800. This is a $1,600 graphics card. Why are they charging so much for this graphics card? $1,600 for one of the best models, actually. This is one of the best models, the Gaming X Trio. And they're charging more than a water-cooled variant. It blows my mind that Build Redux is charging so much for these graphics cards. I still recommend getting a PC from them if you're starting out, because they don't use proprietary parts, but I do not recommend getting any of these new GPUs unless you feel that it's worth it. But I assure you it is not worth it. I would rather take a $300 3060 and then try to upgrade it and make some money off of that afterwards when I have the money for the upgrade. I would not, absolutely not, go through Build Redux to get these new GPUs. Also, I wouldn't do it for the processors either. I would probably just go for the 7600X, honestly, for gaming. Now, let's see what they're charging for the 7800 3D. 7800 3D, that's not a bad price. How much is the 7800 3D? 7800X 3D. I can't even. 440 bucks, and you can get it. You can't really get it used right now. So 440 bucks versus, yeah, the CPU you can get away with, but GPU, don't ever give them this much money, or give them as much money as this for that, because you can go to Best Buy, Amazon, you can go all of them, and you can get it at the MSRP. And it's fairly easy too, but I would also, if you want the best bang for your buck, don't go for the 40 series, to be honest, unless you're like me and you want to do streaming, you want to do like very high-end gaming, and you want to take advantage of all that stuff. But if you're just playing video games, playing with the boys on Discord, don't do it. Like, as you can see, I spent a lot of money on this, but you can get this pretty cheap too. Like, this is really cheap. Also, make sure you download Honey. Like, it actually helps a lot. It's a free thing. I'm not sponsored by Build Redux or Honey, but if you buy from Build Redux, do some research, configure the PC on their part configure to where you're not spending more money than you have to, and you can easily upgrade the PC. When it comes to the power supply, I have the 850 watt, and that's because the 3070 used more power than a 4070. So that configured me with the 850 watt back then. So, but also the cooler, you can run the 7950X with a 240L. You don't need a 360. I have the 240. I'm running it just fine. It boosts perfectly fine to its highest frequency rated. Actually, it boosts higher sometimes, but that's just how the manufacturing goes. And just to prove that I'm not trying to just pull one over on you, my CPU isn't really being used right now, but as you can see, it is boosting pretty high. This is not the highest I've seen it boost. It can boost all the way up to like 5.6, 5.7. I've even seen 5.8 at times, as long as you go into the motherboard and you activate it. So I definitely do not recommend that you go all out on the configurator and you buy the max PC on this website, because you are wasting money. It's not worth wasting that kind of money. I highly recommend that you get the minimum spec PC on here. You can probably go for the highest CPU on here and save some money, maybe. Just do your research, figure out what parts you can actually save money on by going on the configurator and buying it on there. And then when you get the money, or when you get the PC, you can just sell the parts on the used market and buy the parts that you actually want for your PC. Do not just spend your money like that on Build Redux. I highly recommend them for PC building because they don't use proprietary parts. They don't use stupid, like the RGB hubs from, what is it, Corsair? Corsair RGB hub is the one that's proprietary to only Corsair products. So, I don't know, but they don't use any. It's all open standard. It's all open standard stuff that Cooler Master makes, because Cooler Master is partnered with them. So if you, basically what I'm saying is, it's a computer that's easy to upgrade the parts in. It's a very open standard case. The parts that they use are high quality, but the only things I have problems with is their pricing. The pricing is just not good for some of the parts. So I would recommend you just build whatever is around the same price range as if you were buying it yourself, and get that PC and then upgrade it with the parts you actually want later on. Also, do not what is it? Do not lose your thumb drive. I've heard a lot of people, when they get their PC, they forget that they have a thumb drive included that has the Windows 10 key, or Windows 11 now, or whichever one they give you. If you keep that, you can use that so you can upgrade your storage. If you think that you're stuck with the storage that you get, you are not. All you have to do is just log into your Windows account, then you go on Microsoft Edge or Chrome or Firefox or Opera GX, whatever you use, and you can look up Windows 11 Media Creation Tool. It is an official thing from Microsoft. You download an app, you plug in your USB, and then the application will create a bootable USB drive out of that USB drive you plugged in. You have to make sure that it's not filled up with any kind of storage, because whatever's in there will be deleted when you start making that creation tool. So plug it up. It has to be at least, I would recommend getting anything that's like 64 gigabytes or more, because when I did it on my 16 gigabyte stick and it said you needed an 8 gigabyte, when I tried doing it on my 16 gigabyte stick, it wouldn't let me do it, so I had to go buy a 128 gigabyte stick. I could have gone with 64, but I wanted to be safe than sorry, so I wanted to be safe and not sorry. Also, I recommend getting a USB 3.0 or higher USB drive whenever you're doing the media creation tool for Windows. That way you don't have to worry about the slow speeds, because with the 3.0 USB drive, and when I was making the new Windows installation on my new SSD, it was so fast. The only reason why I'm saying like recently is because I just got a new one. Before I did the same process, but since then I lost it, and I want to make sure you guys know not to lose that installation media. That way you don't have to go buy a USB drive. Luckily, the only thing you have to pay is the USB stick, but it's a pain in the butt if you're trying to upgrade your PC and you don't have another PC around for you to make a bootable USB. If you don't have an extra USB around or an extra computer to make the USB creation tool, it's really hard to get your computer back up and running, especially if your SSD dies or if you did something you weren't supposed to and you like took out your SSD while your computer was running. Don't do that. Do not do that. But yeah, if you ever need any kind of information on like what you should do with your computer when it comes to upgrading, building, buying, or even like tips on like keeping your computer well maintained and not worrying about your computer dying on you, I am free for questions. This is for the YouTube viewers. You can leave a comment, like the video if you want. If you comment on my video, I will respond to it, and I'm going to be a lot better at doing it. Before, I had a lot of personal issues that caused me not to check up on my channel that often. So that's why a couple of you got a response within the day. Some people got responses like months later. I am so sorry, and I really do appreciate your comments because that shows me that you actually did watch the video and you're not just a bot. But thank you, and if you want me to make a video on any other subject regarding the computer, I'll think about it depending on what you want me to do. But I am willing to make videos to help you guys out. I'm not making any money off of this. I have a full-time job, but this is just something I do as a hobby, including playing video games. I play video games as a hobby with my wife. But I also have 2 kids, so definitely understand that I cannot upload videos every day or even every other day. I have to, if I make a video, I'm going to be live streaming it. It's going to be live. I don't have time to edit a video. I'm not going to be able to make those TikTok low attention span ADHD edits on my videos. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to waste my time doing that. I'm going to give you the information straight up and let you do what you want, and you can interact with me and get information to help you guys out. That is the entire premise of this video. That's in other words, to summarize everything, I have enjoyed the build Redux PC. I've enjoyed how easy it is to upgrade. Their support team is really good too, because you can ask them questions if you need. I haven't, but I've heard wonderful things about their support staff. They're really knowledgeable on their PCs because every PC is made pretty similar, so they know troubleshooting steps. But yeah, the PC is doing good. 2 years later, I'm still using the same case, same power supply, and all the case fans are still working perfectly fine. So I will make a timestamp so you guys can see that, so you didn't have to watch the whole video of me breaking down why you shouldn't buy a PC right now. But in other words, this is the end of the video, and I'll see you guys later.